One of the most challenging things for people is clearing up their debts and becoming debt-free before 30, usually because of the large proportion of debt, such as student loans, mortgages, credit card, and car loans. It may be difficult to figure out how to clear them all. While this is very difficult, it's also very possible. However, a detailed repayment plan is all you need to clear up your debts and live the less pressured lifestyle you've always wanted. What plans do you need? How soon should you be clearing up your debts? There are two major strategies you can use to pay off your debts, and whichever you use depends on your preference. What are these strategies? Let's find out in today's video. Remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Being debt-free is one of the best things that can happen to an individual because it gives you room to live life at your pace, help you invest more, and even help you live longer. These strategies we are sharing with you have been proven to work over time. And if you take your time to study and utilize them, it will definitely work for you too. Debt avalanche. The debt avalanche is when you pay off your debt in descending order, from the highest interest rate to the lowest. For example, imagine that you have a student loan of $10,000 at a 6% interest rate, with a minimum payment of $150 monthly, and a personal loan of $20,000 with an interest rate of 20% while paying $400 on repayments per month. According to the debt avalanche method, you have to throw in as much cash and firstly pay up the personal loan because it has a higher interest rate, and only pay the monthly minimum on the student loan. Then, after clearing up the personal loan, you can move on to the student loan and paying the amount you were initially paying for your personal loan, which is $400 instead of $150. That way, you also pay up the student loan on time. Debt snowball. This loan payment strategy is quite different from the avalanche method. According to Dave Ramsey, an American personal finance personality and businessman, this method is more preferred because it helps you get out of debt much quicker. Also, he claims that applying the snowball method will help you stay motivated toward your debt clearance. The debt snowball method implies paying off your smaller debts first, not taking the interest rate into consideration. Applying this to the previous example, you'll pay up the student loan first because the balance is $10,000, even though the interest rate is so much lower. Once the debt is cleared, then you can move on to the larger balance. The theory simply interprets that after paying your smaller debt, you'll be more excited to move on to the next one until they're all gone. You'll also be able to see the progress that you wouldn't with the debt avalanche because the total number of different debts will be reduced quicker, in theory. This method is actually more emotional than mathematical because you'll feel like you're making a dent in what seems like a mountain of debt. Dave Ramsey said, "The advantage of the debt snowball is that it forces you to stay intentional about paying one bill at a time until you're debt-free. This way of paying your bills gives you power over your debt. When you clear that first bill and then move on to the next, you'll see that you're in charge of your money. And that's what's so motivating. When you pay off that smallest debt first, you get a taste of victory, and that feeling of success is the momentum you need to tackle the next debt with a vengeance." He said further that the debt avalanche method might make sense mathematically, but in reality, if we were focused on maths, we wouldn't be in debt in the first place. Both the debt avalanche and the debt snowball are ways to speed up your debt payoff. You're paying more than the minimum monthly payment. But which method will work best for you? For starters, both methods are similar. This is because smaller loans like credit cards and personal loans usually have a higher interest rate than the mortgage and car loans. So for each strategy, the payoff order might change a little bit, but they're both going to be similar. It's likely that the car loan or another large loan carries the lowest interest rate. However, this is not always the case, as you can be stuck with a large interest rate on car loans due to bad credit, but it's generally true. To make this more clear, let's look at a real-life example with someone who has 5 different loans. This person's loans include a credit debt of $4,000 at 30% interest, a $15,000 personal loan at 18%, a $10,000 medical bill at 12%, a $30,000 car loan at 6%, and a $350,000 mortgage at 5% interest. Using the debt avalanche, This person will pay as much as their budget will allow on the credit card loan, while paying the minimum payment on the rest. After the credit card debt is cleared, they'll apply the same principle to the personal loan, followed by the medical bill, car loan, and finally, the mortgage. By using the snowball method, the credit card will be first cleared off because it's the smallest amount of the loans, followed by the medical bill, personal loan, car loan, and finally the mortgage. As you can see in both scenarios, the order in which the loans are paid is a bit similar because small loans often carry higher interest rates. If you're the type of person that's emotional when it comes to money, then you should consider using the debt snowball method. Like Dave Ramsey said, this method will help you get excited and motivated as the number of your debt decreases. Once the credit card is gone, you're going to be excited. Then when the car is paid off, you'll be motivated to pay off that mortgage early. With consistency, this will help you to continue your debt-free journey. With no motivation, you could find yourself in debt forever and you'll be paying more interest. But if you're more of a statistical person and don't get emotional with money, then you should definitely use the debt avalanche method. You'll tend to get out of debt quicker, providing you stay committed and motivated. You're keeping your low-interest debt until your high-interest debts are gone. Both methods are, however, effective at paying out debts. The most important part is creating a plan that will keep you motivated. Depending on your income and expenses, you'll be surprised to see how quickly you achieve your goal. Remember, the progress will advance as each debt is repaid. So don't be discouraged if the process seems slow at the beginning. Let us know which of these methods you'll be using in the comments section. Also, leave a big thumbs up on this video if it's been helpful. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe and turn on your post notification. See you in the next video.